Whether you're managing type 2 diabetes, dealing with insulin resistance, or just trying to optimize your health in general, stabilizing your blood sugar is important. Maintaining stable blood sugar isn't just for those with certain health conditions. It can benefit everyone. When your blood sugar remains steady, you experience minimal glycemic variability, meaning no dramatic spikes and crashes throughout the day. And the advantages of reducing glycemic variability are both immediate and long-lasting. In the short term, you'll notice stable energy levels, stable mood, and fewer cravings. Looking ahead, stability can contribute to a reduction in your risk for type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and more. The number one factor that impacts our blood glucose is the food we eat, and that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So here are 9 foods that you can eat to help maintain stable blood sugar. Coming in at number 9, we have avocados. This low-carb, high-fat fruit is a blood sugar superstar. With most of their carbohydrate content coming from fiber, they won't cause a blood sugar spike. And even better, because of the fat and fiber they contain, when you eat them with foods that would typically increase your blood sugar dramatically, the spike is less significant. At number 8, we have whole eggs. Eating the whole egg is critical if you have any blood sugar dysregulation. The fat in the yolks helps to avoid blood sugar spikes that are associated with lean protein. For someone who is metabolically healthy, they can consume lean protein and that's not going to be turned to glucose. They're not going to see a blood sugar spike. But for anyone who has any level of insulin resistance, if you consume lean protein without enough added fat, some of this protein will be converted to glucose and you're going to see a rise. But that can be avoided if you eat enough fat, which is why eating the whole egg is important. Taking the 7th spot is wild salmon. High in fat and rich in potassium, salmon is a great choice for helping to keep your blood sugar stable. But there are some concerns when it comes to buying salmon, especially here in Australia. The vast majority of salmon that's available for purchase is farmed. And this goes for any salmon that says it's from Australia, that says it's from Tasmania, because we don't have the climate here for salmon to live naturally. So anything that's labeled as Australian salmon, it's coming from a farm. And this is important because farm salmon is vastly different from wild caught. Not only does it contain less anti-inflammatory omega-3s and more inflammatory omega-6s, but it's also filled with more toxins. Farm salmon is 8 times higher in polychlorinated biphenyls, or PCBs, which are highly toxic industrial compounds. Babies and children who are exposed to PCBs for prolonged periods of time suffer developmental and neurological problems, and these compounds are harmful to adults as well. Now, the reason that farm salmon is so much higher in these toxins than wild-caught salmon is because of the environments they're raised in. These fish farms are unsanitary and overcapacitated. And this is because seafood agriculture doesn't have as many restrictions on animal treatment as land animal agriculture does. And this is why it's really important to buy wild-caught salmon, which is much lower in PCBs. Now, if you're looking for a place to buy wild-caught salmon in Australia, ButcherCrowd has got you covered. ButcherCrowd is a meat delivery service that delivers 100% grass-fed and pasture-raised meat and wild-caught seafood all across Australia. They have a wide range of boxes to choose from, and they also offer the option to build your own. The great part is that all of their meat and seafood is Australian, with the only exception being the salmon. Because as we already discussed, there's no wild-caught salmon that's Australian. One of ButcherCrowd's curated boxes is the 100% wild salmon box. Or if you're looking for more than just salmon, you can add some salmon into a custom box as well. And with the ability to change, pause, or cancel your subscription at any time, there's no reason not to give ButcherCrowd a try. You can head to healthcoachkait.com/ButcherCrowd to check them out. I'll put the link in the description box down below as well. And make sure to use code KATE15 at checkout to save 15% off your order. Moving on, at number 6, we have grass-fed butter. Packed with fat-soluble vitamins, butter has no impact on our blood sugar. Plus, the MCTs in it can promote efficient fat metabolism, making it beneficial for insulin resistance and diabetes as well. Coming in at number 5, we have olives. Similar to avocados, these fatty fruits are low in carbs and high in fiber. They are an excellent option if you absolutely need a snack in between meals. They won't cause a blood sugar spike, and if you pair them with foods that will, they can help to minimize their impact. At number 4, we have my favorite type of nut, macadamia nuts. Low in carbs and high in healthy monounsaturated fat, they won't cause a blood sugar spike at all. Just make sure to opt for them dry roasted or raw. Don't get them roasted in vegetable oil. Avoid vegetable oils at all costs. I'll put a video up above if you want to know more about why you should be avoiding vegetable oils. It's too much to get into today. Securing the 3rd spot on our list is pickles. Now, pickles are an interesting one because of the vinegar they contain. Vinegar has actually been shown to improve the insulin sensitivity of our cells and lower blood sugar spikes. So consuming pickles or drinking pickle juice, just make sure there's no added sugar in it, before you eat something that's higher in carbohydrates can also help to lower blood sugar spikes from those foods. Coming in at number 2, we have mushrooms. They are low in carbs, high in fiber, again, won't cause a blood sugar spike, they're versatile, they're delicious, what's not to love? And in the number 1 spot, we have cheese. And I put this in the number 1 spot for a few different reasons. First of all, it is obviously low in carbohydrates and higher in fat and protein. These macros vary a little bit depending on whether it's a hard or soft cheese, whether it's aged or fresh. But generally, all cheeses are great. And to go along with that, there are just so many different cheeses to choose from. It is so versatile. You can add it to just about any meal. And it really is great for blood sugar. And there you have it. Those are the top 9 foods for better blood sugar control. And here's a challenge for you. Add one of these foods into your diet today. Let me know which one you pick in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And before you go, if you're in Australia, make sure to check out Butcher Crowd. That link will be down below as well.